What's up, YouTube land? How you doing? We are back with some more FF7. I've been slightly ahead of Trevor, story-wise. I'm finally at least 2 weeks ahead of Trevor, story-wise, because he's not going to get to where I am. Unfortunately, I'm at the point of no return, so I got to do all the extra stuff, including all the dumb, hard level mini-games. Can I get, I forget if you said this, can I get to level 10 party without going on hard mode? Like, without a new game plus, can I get to level 10 before that?
I think so,
okay.
Yeah. Because I didn't do the hard mode mini games because I really didn't feel like it, and I noticed that my party level was going up. I was like, But yeah, it's specifically just doing all the hard mode mini games.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You don't have to be on hard mode.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I really don't feel like it. I am so thankful that hard mode for was that Gears and Gambits for Gears and Gambits and Cosmo Canyon is just something you can literally watch a video on and exactly copy them. And the same thing with Fort Condor, because if I had to do it myself, I would just forget about it. There's some other ones like the Cactar one. You have to fight a bunch of Cactars in Corel with Yuffie and Eris. And I'm a bit worried about doing those on hard mode, but I have a feeling if I just, like, keep at it, that I'll, you know, get it eventually. It's all a matter of skill. It's not, like, learning a bunch of rock, paper, scissors combinations and stuff like that. Well, it kind of is, but not nearly as bad. So this is called, this enemy is called Lost Number in the original game. Fans probably remember that when you open the safe in Shinra Manor, he comes out, and then you also get Red 13's Ultimate Limit Break, which the name is eluding me right now.
Sorry, I'm paying attention.
No, that's okay. And then you also get the key to the cellar, which is how you get Vincent. So essentially, if you get Vincent, which almost every person who plays this game does, then you would have fought Lost Number. Although he is not a necessary fight. Cosmo. Oh, now I need to know what it is.
This fight isn't hard, but there's no cheese in it.
I mean, that's good, right?
Yes. Yes.
Cosmo Memory. So I just did one of the, for me, hardest fights in the game. We won't see it this sit down, but we'll see it next sit down, and it's a one-on-one. Kind of like Baradandine, except for Baradandine's fight is stupid.
By the way, if you didn't know this, you can cast Stop on most bosses that are pressured.
Oh, wow.
And it works with, like, almost every boss in the game. I didn't really need to do it right there. But...
Right. That's still pretty... That's very useful.
Stop is really good in this game.
I gotta be honest, so far, because the game itself isn't ridiculously hard. I mean, it's an RPG. So you can power level and all that. I pretty much have been brute forcing it, just using, like, your standard materia, like fire and thunder. Pretty much I just assess the enemy, see what they're weak to, and then use that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing. Magic is really good.
It's really good, yeah. I haven't used any of the really special... I do have Comet, and I'm still getting some levels on some of the real good materia.
Comet is kind of a meme. A lot of those one-off, unique materias that you only get one or two of are kind of not good in this game. Because you really want to have, like, multiple effects on the same materia. But if you only have one Comet, then you're going to have to do, like, either just MP Absorb, or you could do, like, Synergy, which is kind of good. Synergy is the materia that when you do another attack command with someone else, then the person with the Synergy, a link to some magic, will cast it for free. And you think, like, that would be, like, amazing on, like, Eris using Synergy Comet. That sounds incredible. But the actual casting takes like 10 full seconds. So like Eris is completely useless for those 10 seconds, and then once it's out, it doesn't really do that much. So that's why I don't use... Like, Synergy is good, but it's, like, not good enough to, like, waste material slots on it if you want to min-max like I am.
Makes sense. Well, and with hard mode, since there's no items and stuff, you really do have to min-max. I mean, doesn't hard mode just assume you're at level 70?
Yes. The entire thing, you're supposed to be at level 70.
Yeah. So, I mean, that makes sense.
Even something like Quake, which you get 3 of. You get 2 regular Quakes, and then you get the 1 combo, like, Bio Quake materia. But even that isn't the greatest in the world, just because a lot of times you want to run, like, 4 or 5 of the same materia instead.
Yeah. So I'm currently doing all of the... Because, like I said, I'm pretty much at the point of no return. I'm pretty much doing all the quests. After you get to a certain point in the game, which is actually kind of close to where Trev is now, they'll just all of a sudden randomly be like, hey, more quests are available in every region. And the one that I'm just like, oh god, is the Chocobo racing one. Chocobo Billy's like, hey, earn the gold cup, whatever. And there's like 15 races. And it's just one of the... Like, the Chocobo racing is pretty fun, I'm not going to lie. But I'm also like...
There's a lot of it all
come
at once.
on. And the other thing that I'm a little bit worried about is just getting enough GP at the Gold Saucer to buy all the unique items. I keep forgetting that every place you go to, there's another person selling GP stuff. So, like, if you go to Battle Square, there's a specific person that's like, I have these unique items. And if you go to the Wonder Square, there's a... Unless I'm missing it and there's one place where you just go to buy them all.
No, there's individual ones, but I never had to grind for GP, like, ever.
Okay.
So I think once you do all the Chocobo races, as kind of tedious it is, you get a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also have been trying to finish up Queen's Blood. The only thing I have left is, like, the ultimate one after you... Are we doing any Queen's Blood thing in this game, in this playthrough?
Probably not.
Okay, so once you defeat the creator of the game, who is dead and a ghost, you have to fight one more, and I haven't done that yet.
There's a lot of cool lore about Queen's Blood.
It's really neat.
As much as, like, I kind of make fun of a lot of the original stuff in this game, I think the Queen's Blood stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
it's such a self-contained story, and they put, like, more lore into it than necessary, but I really liked it.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Queen's Blood is probably the best part of this game.
Although, I'm at the, like, final challenges at the Gold Saucer, and oh my god. Like, I literally... we'll look online, like, what exact deck should you have to win this meme battle, and I still have such a hard time. The ones where you have, like, you start on the bottom and they start on the top, and just the thing is, most cards are made to go left to right, because that's what you do 95% of the time. I'm just having such a difficult time with the last couple ones.
The final one, the last, like, survival one to get the Bahamut
Don't
card,
you have to beat, like, 3 or 5 in a row or something like
It's
that?
5 in a row, and you stop drawing cards after the 3rd round.
Oh, wow.
It is really tough.
I'm sure that there is a good guide out there, you know, that's like, make this your deck or whatever.
I tried to watch a guide, but the problem is that it's so RNG.
Yeah. Yeah, Go ahead.
Even if you, I did the thing where I reset over and over until I got to seeing 5 cards as the guide. But even that, like, the card after was, like, different. I was like, oh, this doesn't work to, like... You get, like, a general idea, but I ended up just doing my own thing, and... I don't know, it just depends on your deck, but you can get it, but it is really hard. You really need to get those chests right out of the gate. Like, you gotta get all the chests for the extra cards, for all those, like, unique Cactar things.
Got it. Interesting. Yeah, I almost wish that it was a little less complicated sometimes. The only thing I would change is the cards that you place over other cards I would get rid of, in my opinion. Because that can really change... That has changed so many times from me being like, I have this one, and then someone places down one card that just changes everything. that replaces a card and then just flips everything. And I'm like, cool.
I get it, but at the same time, replacement cards are like the only way to win.
Yeah.
Like,
so
they are amazingly
powerful. My thing is just don't include them in the game, and then it's a little more like to me. Then it's a little more like Triple Triad without the dumb rules. Whereas with those cards, it's almost like Triple Triad with like random and plus, and you know what I mean. Like it's not the same thing, but it's kind of analogous. So. Maybe that's just me small brain being like, oh my gosh. Because I'll be like, I have this one, and I'm like, they're going to pass because they can't play anything. And all of a sudden they'll just put 1 or 2 cards, and I'm like, oh, I lost, never mind. Now, the longest game of Queen's Blood is like, what, 3-4 minutes, but it's still pretty annoying if you're really, really trying to get some stuff done.
Alright, we're about to do the worst fight in the game, in my opinion. This is an absolute garbage fight. On normal, it's not too bad, but on hard, we're doing the Vincent, like his beast form fight. And the main problem with this fight is that the arena is way, way too small.
It's pretty small. It's the room you were just in, which is not
You can jog across it.
Great.
Yeah, you can jog across it in like 3 seconds. And like Vincent is huge and fast and can literally 0 to death combo you. So I'd be very surprised if I did this on my first try. I'm doing, oh, right. I have to load a save. Okay, we're gonna watch this cutscene.
I guess just watch it then? Yeah.
But we're doing the Yuffie Eris cheese strat. But even this strat it's such garbage.
Da, 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 da.
By the way, it is one day before July. This game came out the end of February.
I'm still playing.
And Spencer is still very far away from finishing.
Yep. I've really been trying. Well, I think I said it last time, but I got a PS Portal. It was traded in, and I was like, it was part of this huge collection, which unfortunately I wasn't in when it came in. I wanted to be, but it just did not work out that way. The guy was like, I literally can only come in this one day, and Ferris had a playoff game, and I was like, well,
It was an honest mistake.
But I will say, I am part of the 10% of people that system or device is perfect for. Because our PS5 is upstairs in the bedroom, and Ash likes to hang out downstairs. So when Julian's asleep or everyone's chill, I just pull up the Portal and I start playing. Man, since I got the Portal, I am able to play so much more.
It's really good for whipped fathers.
Yep, it's true.
What a coincidence.
People who have to watch movies on low volume with subtitles should definitely consider getting it if you play PS5 because it's perfect.
The only thing I really dislike about the PS Portal is that it doesn't have a headphone jack, and you have to get very proprietary, like Sony-made headphones.
I didn't know that. I honestly like.
That's the.
Usually, when I'm playing on this is just like grinding stuff, so I usually don't even have sound on.
Someone called about like trading one in. I was like, maybe I'll buy it for myself, and I was like, oh yeah, nah.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Our internet here is also good, but not the greatest. I mean, I would say average. It's not even good. And once in a while, it'll like... I don't know how to put it. It acts like the system has stick drift, because all of a sudden on the menus, it'll just go straight up. Like, it'll just veer up. But it's not stick drift because it doesn't... If you go out to the PlayStation home menu, it doesn't do it. It's almost like the internet's like, what is going on, you know? It's almost more of a buffering kind of thing. I'm sure if we had like FiOS or something crazy, but we don't use it enough for me to spend like $150 or whatever it is on internet a month. I'm so sorry.
I don't even know if it would like really help anything because our download speeds are really good. I guess just our latency isn't the greatest, but like our download speeds gets up to like 35 megabytes a second, which in my opinion is like,
that's really pretty good. Okay, I don't know.
But I do notice that like I don't really upload stuff, but I guess latency and like some other factors are not the greatest.
One thing that people in their 20s and 30s really like to complain about is like internet speed.
The other thing that sucks about this fight is that you have to use Kate Sith.
That's right, I forgot about that. Rip. Does this game have lucky sevens?
It has slots, but it's not nearly as, like, it's not game breaking.
No. Remember when in the original game when you got to 7777 HP?
Oh, I don't think so.
I guess with how fast battles are, you would get lucky 7s for literally half a second, you know? And then you're just hit with a little chip damage and you're like, okay, done. You could have used Cloud here, but you decided with Aerith and Yuffie instead.
I have to use
Kate
Aerith and Kate. Yeah, so Cloud is just not viable.
Okay. Well, at least this is a lot. I mean, you're like almost halfway done already.
Yes, this fight is just like, I know I'm like super complaining about it, but like once I get the ATB ward down and Vincent doesn't attack Yuffie, like I keep like dodging him with Brumo form, it's pretty much over, but this fight still sucks. Like without doing this very specific cheese strat.
Yeah, I get it.
Like I'm playing it in a way that I don't think the game developers intended at all. In fact, for the longest time, I had updates turned off. Like I turned off internet from my PS5 because I was like, what if they patch this? Because I knew this LP was going to take like 4 or 5 months. So I was like, what if they patch this? I'm so screwed. They never.
I assume
patched
they
it.
did. Okay.
In fact, I turned on internet. I wanted to play like a game like last month or something, and it started downloading an FF7 patch. I was like, "This is it. It's over.
It's over." I can't imagine that would be something that like they would patch. It's.
They patched one specific thing with that glitch. It's not a glitch. It's more of an exploit. But
Yeah.
There's an enemy skill called Plasma Discharge, and if you put Plasma Discharge on Yuffie when she's doing that thing where, to remind people how it works, you need to have the Speed Demon Keychain accessory added, which gives you an ATB refund every time you use an ability, which is why every single time I use Brumal form, it doesn't like take anything away, because it's giving me those refunds. But before a certain patch, the way that it worked is that it would bring the bar down and then instantly bring it back up. But the way that Plasma Discharge works is that every time you fill an ATB bar, it would do a big like burst of electricity. And when you did that, it would like lag the game so hard because with Yuffie, she would just constantly get ATB charges with that glitch. And it would like bring the game down to like 10 FPS. So that they patched. So they were clearly aware of the cheese strat, but they were like, it's fine.
That's fair. I mean, it's a single player game.
The other thing is that you can't do Eris and Yuffie that often in fights. Like, first of all, you don't get Yuffie until Chapter 7, so the game's already like half over. And then after that, actually having Yuffie and Eris in the same party is not super common. And you can't use it for anything in Chapter 14, so aka the hardest fights. So it doesn't matter.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just about to finish Chapter 12, so rip. Yeah, I'm only at like level 45, and I've been doing like every single thing possible. So I'm like, how am I gonna get to level 70 by the end of this run?
Once you beat the game, it unlocks like triple XP and triple AP. So.
Oh, okay. So I'll get it like immediate. All right.
I got to level 70. Like when you beat the game and unlocks more gold sauce or arena stuff, that's another source so you can get BPM.
Got it.
And when I did that, I got to level 70 and like.
Wait,
just
so I
stuff.
can beat the game, and then it just load. Are you saying more BP stuff or more things to do in New Game Plus, or does it like boot me back to like?
It's exactly like FF7 Part 1, where it unlocks chapter select, so you can just choose whatever chapter you want.
Got
and
it.
you can do it in hard, or you can do it in normal, so you don't have to do stuff on hard.
Got it. I just kind of want to have a 100% save file for one run if possible.
But if you want the platinum, you do have to complete every chapter on hard.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Where is it?
Aye. About that.
Boot.
Was
So today has been the most summer day humanly possible.
So humid, so awful.
It's so humid. We were at the park at like, I don't know, 9 a.m. earlier, and the kids played for like an hour, and then they were like, we literally cannot. We want to go home. And it wasn't even hot, like, necessarily. It's probably in the 80s, but the humidity is just off the
I would take a
charts.
95 degrees zero humidity day
Yeah.
over an 80, 80% humidity day. Humidity is awful.
And not only that, there were like 2, maybe 3 periods where heavy rainstorms, thunderstorms came through for like 20, 30 minutes. And right now, we could really use rain, but for any of you geologists out there, if rain comes through and just pummels for like 20 minutes and then goes away, it's not really all that helpful because it all just becomes runoff. Not all, but a lot of it becomes runoff. We need one day where it just like rains moderately for the day or for many hours or whatever. But man, I can't imagine like having a thing planned, like let's have a family picnic, and then it's just like it's like, oh, okay, we're good, we're still here, whatever, and then 45 minutes later for 10 minutes. I'm just not a big fan of that in the summer. Last year, knock on wood, we got very lucky when it came to the store's anniversary. It was very, very hot, but there was no rain. And if we get that, I will be perfectly happy. It could be literally 100 degrees and super humid, and as long as we don't get any rain, I will absolutely deal with it. In a perfect world, I mean, it's the latter half of July, so you can't be like, I hope it's 72 degrees, In a perfect world, it would be mid-80s with low humidity, but, that's probably not happening.
Nope.
It is hard to believe that July 4th is this week. I always find that during the summer, I know it doesn't split it evenly, but it's like kids are off of school, and then July 4th almost feels like the halfway point, because after July 4th, it's like, boom, and then all of a sudden it's like late August and you're going back to school. I always felt that when I was younger, that July 4th, despite being definitely not the halfway point by at least a couple weeks, it's like you got pre-July 4th and then post-July 4th, that's how you split it even.
Yeah, because like once you get ready to school, like you start like school shopping, like you just get in the mindset of, like, here it comes again.
Yep.
It's just like I would hate doing like a job like second shift or like something like that where the job starts in the afternoon or maybe like somewhere in the evening, because I would wake up and I would just constantly think about I have to work today.
Well, I'd
have to like pay attention to the clock all day. It just ruins the entire day for me.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I used to have to do that at GameStop because they are open too many hours. You can't do an open to close shift. So it was either an open shift, which was like 9 to 5, or a closing shift, which was like 2 to 10 or 5 to 10. So like if it was 2 to 10, it'd be like, well, what do you do, from when you wake up till like 1 p.m.? Like, I guess a couple errands, but they got to be relatively close, You can't be like, let's go do this fun thing. Oh, by the way, I got to leave at 1 because I have work at 2. I really always hated that shift.
So Roche decided to become a Sephiroth clone. I mean, he probably didn't understand fully what was happening, but he wants to compete with Cloud, and he got Genova cells injected.
I just don't get this because just whatever that was, chapter 8 or 9 or whatever, 7.
Yeah, they did a fight, and they were like, it was clearly like
and he was
good
like,
sportsmanship.
Yeah, he was like, GG's, like, honestly, GG's, you beat me. I think he like clapped for Cloud as he was leaving, and he was like, good job. So yeah, I don't quite understand it.
What? You piece of garbage.
I think it's just classic adding something so you can add something. Also, it's kind of odd because you just got out of a huge fight with Vincent, and you leave and you're like, okay, like, is this subverting our expectations,
Yeah, dude.
Am I being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it?
Hey, attack me. Okay, you piece of garbage.
I forgot that he dodges so much.
How am I jobbing the Roche? How am I jobbing the Roche? I did this fight without even trying this morning.
It's all ogre.
Alright, I'm just gonna do exactly what I did this morning. So I'm gonna do haste and bravery. Okay. Let's just attack with you. Of course I will too.
Haha!
There we go.
Boy, that counter stance works immediately. That's nice.
Sure is.
You don't even really have to do like an animation. Oh, and it lasts a pretty good amount of time, too. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, you have like a couple seconds.
Yeah. I mean, all things for...
I can't. I didn't lose to Vincent, and now I'm dropping the Roche. The game gives, the game takes.
It's true. I will say, the dog strikes again. It's been a while since we had any weird luck. Although we mostly have been playing, like, Let's Tries and RPGs, which are a little bit more, you know what's going on a little bit more. Maybe when I do my next game, which will probably be some form of a horror game, we'll just have the worst luck humanly possible. I can't believe it.
It's instant. It's frame one.
It literally is frame one.
I cannot believe how bad I'm doing. Screw you, Roche!
It's actually Jover.
I did this fight one time and I barely got hit. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Just in case.
I'm sorry.
Did Capcom ever announce what the next RE game is? I don't think
No.
I've seen it, yeah. I keep seeing that guy and I'm like, zombies.
Let's be smart.
Literally amazing. They could have made it they could have made it that it takes a second, and that would just completely make it useless.
Sure would. I wish I could actually use it. Alright, try number 6.
I haven't been counting. Hello, Rushe.
Okay, everything's going good. Hey, no! I think he's doing something. Alright, this should be over. Second phase, he barely does anything.
You okay? I won't have your pity. This is a race, remember? Come on, Cloud.
Who's a better character, Roche or oh crap, what's that dude's name? Glenn?
No more fighting.
I might have that wrong. Literally cross slash. Super overkill. Who's that character? The one that keeps messing with Rufus? Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn.
Who's a better character, Roche or Glenn? You have to pick one to be the main protagonist.
I mean, Glenn, from the Wikipedia article I read, in, I guess he's in First Order or Last Order. I don't remember what game he's in again. But he sounds pretty cool in that game.
Are you saying Roche doesn't sound cool?
Roche sucks. He just rises up in a black robe. When I saw it the first time, I laughed so hard. It's so stupid.
Did you clap?
Dream on. That material is mine.
Just like, come on, rising up in a black robe. It's so stupid. It's like everything wrong with the extended universe of FF7. If you're a Sephiroth clone, you just materialize a black coat.
Duh!
She's right.
That reminds me of my least favorite proto-relic thing, which is following these slow, freaking black robes for like 2-3 minutes at a time in Nibelheim.
Yeah.
It is the dumbest.
It's pretty boring.